your boy Maximilian back again with another video. We're starting this video today in the shower, because if you're not taking cold showers when you wake up, you're doing something wrong, folks. If you're feeling groggy, if you're feeling under the weather when you wake up, the minute you wake up, hop into a cold shower. Listen, the more you think about it, the less likely you're gonna be able to do it. So go into the shower, turn on the cold water, and in the beginning, it doesn't get that cold, so you can sustain it for a certain amount of time. And then just when it gets very, very cold, start controlling your breath and then accept all the pain and the benefits it brings you. Ready to go in? Yes, sir. I don't know if you can tell, but so yesterday I actually tried to juice the beets because I haven't done that in a hot minute, and honestly it did not taste as good as the raw beets. So as you already know, beets for blood flow, figs for digestion and sperm count, and dates for recovered glucose levels. Also, the figs and the dates are loaded with carbs, so if you don't like eating pasta or you want to take away bread and other sources of carbs from your diet, try to supplement it with dates and figs. Now, since I am maintaining and slowly, steadily going down in weight, my typical breakfast starts with 4 eggs mixed with diced ham or any type of protein I have, with cheese on the side. For today's cheese choice, we're gonna be doing mozzarella cheese, high in protein. And you can't forget the almonds. Damn, I have like none in here. Give me a second. And you can't forget the base layer of your egg omelet / scrambled eggs, whatever you want to call it, the roasted almond. It adds so much flavor to the eggs, guys. If you're not doing that, trust me. Breakfast is complete. No carbs on this meal, however, it is missing some green colors, so I'm out of spinach, I'm out of all of that good stuff. So if I don't have anything like that, I supplement with Tank's Daily Greens. I just mix a tablespoon of this powder into my water. The ingredients are pretty cut clear. There's organic kale, organic beetroot, perfect, even more beets, and a bunch of immune support that is basically like your daily greens that you need. Now, usually after a light breakfast like this, I usually wait about 1.5 to 2 hours before I start my workout. Partner with a little bit of help from caffeine, and my energy levels are through the roof. So this upper body calisthenics workout started off with skin the cats, one of the most fundamental things you need to do to open up your shoulders and your lats. I haven't done this move in a very long time, so switching up the grips, it really opened up my entire body and got me ready for the workout. After we were warmed up, I wanted to open up my body a little bit more by training the balance part of the handstand. As you see here, my shoulders aren't fully extended, which creates a slight curvature in the body. This is something I'm still working on. My tips for you is when you are balancing, always remind yourself of the cues before you kick up to minimize any frustration you may experience from falling over. Point the toes, push the ground away from you, disperse the weight through the entirety of their palm, and squeeze the glutes and the core. Another frustrating exercise I followed with is the L-sit kick out into a handstand press up. You know, I got the first one and I can't seem to balance the second one. I'm still working on it. We move on to push-up negatives, handstand push-up negatives. Very slow, controlling the whole movement. So instead of just having a full handstand push-up day where my shoulders and pushing strength feel fatigued for the entirety of the workout, I decided to implement some front lever and pulling strength into the workout. There was something about taking a break from the pushing strength and then going back to it that made it feel very, very nice. We start with some straddle holds, some front lever holds, breaking into tuck pull-ups, L-sit pull-ups, L-sit muscle-ups without dropping from the bar. The one arm pull-up I never trained directly. Obviously I have to squeeze my core more, but it did feel very, very strong. Again, mixing the pulling exercises with the pushing did give my shoulders a little bit of break, so I was able to quickly recover with the handstand push-up training. Looking back at these one arm pull-up attempts, there was no ab engagement at all, so I was like, thank God I went to an L-sit after. Speaking of L-sits, guys, I only train my abs when I'm hanging from the bar. I never go on the floor and do any of those types of exercises. So one of my favorite ones for the obliques is windshield wipers touching both sides of the bar. Because I had to take some pulling exercise break when I had that slight bicep tweak from weighted pull-ups and muscle-ups, I finally got back into muscle-ups and explosive training, and honestly to say it is very, very, very fun and one of my strong points. So since it was both a pull and push calisthenics workout day, I decided to end off with the 5-minute drill. 50 pull-ups first, then followed by 100 push-ups after. I switched the grip for this one, the chin-ups into the pull-ups, because I didn't want to overdo anything. However, it did feel pretty challenging, of course it did, but it got all the blood moving and it was a great way to finish off the workout day.
So I would say that was a pretty successful workout. Honestly, I was very thirsty. I thought the park fountains were on, but they weren't, so I wasn't able to drink some water. But I found out I love training front lever and handstand in the same day, you know? I take a good amount of rest between the sets, which doesn't make me fatigued, and it makes me feel very good. However, this workout was kind of weird because right before it, this little train subway attack in New York City happened, and I had to pick up my mom from a location that was close to where it happened. So everything was hectic today. It was feeling a little bit weird. But we got some sun in, we got some tan in for the first time in a long time, and now I'm fiending for a Gatorade or some electrolytes to replenish because I never buy that for myself, so we might as well, you know? Also hit a 5-minute drill at the end. Obviously it wasn't 5 minutes because it was the end of my workout. However, I need to start training their endurance routines again because the summer is coming and my lifeguard test is coming soon. And if I'm not ready for that endurance wise, for that 440-yard swim and under, I forgot the time, I don't know what time it is, but it's not an easy time to get. 440-yard swim along with other swimming activities. So I believe they will help me get my cardiovascular system ready for the swimming portion of the test. But honestly, there is nothing better than being out in the sun and getting a workout in outside. In an ideal world, if everything was ideal, if there was no problems, there would be weights outside, full park, the sun every single day, good food, good water. Let's make that dream a reality. I would say I'm a pretty big fan of coconut water, although a lot of people do not like it. Let's see this pineapple flavored. It's delicious. 0 grams of added sugar, so we good. Only natural sugars out here. Well, you could still see the beet left over on the wood. This color never goes away, but for the next meal, it's gonna be these 2 green sausages. They're actually grass-fed and finished from Costco, so it's about 8 grams of protein in one. I'm gonna cut it up, although it is frozen, and put it on the pan. There was still a little bit of egg residue in the pan, but that's fine because I wouldn't just wash the pan, then put it back on, then put the meat on, and then wash it again. It would be a waste of time. So might as well add these into the mix. Hormonal balance. So as you saw in the beginning of the video, I went into the ocean and the weather was completely different than what it is now. I'm wearing sunglasses. I'm actually catching a tan talking to the camera. So this is the time of year where the weather is very bipolar. Either very cold and very hot. And we were very quickly moving into that beautiful time of year of May, June, July. Listen guys, you have to start getting ready. You have to start changing your life. It could be in the little things like your morning routine. It could be little things like changing your workout plan if it doesn't suit you. Many of you already heard me say this, that do not stick to routine or workout routine if it is not benefiting you. Try out new things, try out new ways to train, try out new diets. Obviously me, I've been eating very similar stuff for the last 2 years since quarantine started. However, I'm always thinking, I'm always listening to new ideas and new experiences of other people, of what they and how they train. So I could use all of that information, bring it into my life, and use that new information and apply it into my life and take away the key benefits of all of them. So hopefully you guys learned something new from this video. If it was workout motivation, if it was morning routine motivation, if it was cold exposure motivation, that's what I'm here for. Any other tutorials you would want to see, leave them down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting all year long. Summer's coming, vibes are hitting. Take care of yourself. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I live inside my own